My name is Kate Parker and I am generally a theatre practitioner. I work in physical theatre and generally devising and creating story and theatrical device to tell those stories that might come up. With this work, I've been, in a way, doing a similar thing, creating story, but it's being devised and but the actors are bits of paper. And the landscapes are, you know, the set is these landscapes. So it's kind of a crossover, and I think it's probably more like visual art. I've always loved working with paper, and in my creative practice in theatre, we often work with paper and cardboard and use it in different ways, often as a starting point, a springboard or some, you know, to whip up some kind of puppet or creature or something that you might use. And then I've often played around with shadow puppets, and this has been such an amazing opportunity to utilise those skills but also kind of develop them in a way. I'm finding as I'm working, because I've never spent this long kind of working on a project where I'm cutting out stuff, it's usually brief and for a specific moment in a show or something like that, I'm learning so much. Working in this amazing magical location, like when they said, okay, well, we can bring some trestle tables in for you, and so I got myself set up on the first day and I put them there, and I thought, oh my God, you know, you look out the window, oh my God, look at that sea pounding in there. And I often kind of lean out the window and I'm kind of going, oh my gosh, is that a whale? You know, and I'm watching the surf and watching. I find that I'm just looking out the window quite often because I'm working with elements. I'm working with trees and birds and the sea. To have it right there, it's really, and the tree, like I've been looking at the way the trunk is formed, and it's right there. I don't need to go to my photograph album and have a look, or, you know, I can just look out the window, and that has just been, it's amazing. This is the 5th week of the 8 weeks. As far as work is concerned, I think I've just been essentially over the last 5 weeks gaining some kind of balance between family life and being an artist. It's the challenge of being a parent, I think, and being the kind of main caregiver, and just kind of trying to enjoy everything as it comes. In terms of research, I guess I just was interested in the fact that there was a great forest here, and it had been that it covered the entire Auckland area, and that the trees were huge, and it was a great forest. When I first decided the idea, I was thinking, I'm going to make a film. I really want to make like a little stop motion film that's puppeted, that would come to life, and it would be a paper world and things would move and stuff would happen. And I still love that idea, but as I've gone on for this project, they've become these little moments in boxes. And actually, as I've gone along, I've thought, this is actually more like I'm making a picture book. I'm making a storybook, and each picture has action in it, but is still. I never thought I'd actually really want to make that, because I'm a movement person. I love moving, and I love watching movement, and I love working with actors and creating movement. And I love things that come to life. I love inanimate things that come to life, that carry a magic. So it's quite interesting. I'm sort of slightly falling in love with static. But so yeah, I think I'm making a picture book at the moment. I couldn't start writing the story until I got here. And actually, it wasn't until I got here that I really cut out any of the finished ideas and actually brought them to life in the box. But I've always seemed to keep coming back to this little character who's like a little being of the forest. She's born from a kōwhai flower. She lives in a great forest with these huge giant trees. She goes and gathers light from different sources. She might gather it from the kōwhai flower, or she might gather it from the moon. She's got a little ladder that goes all the way to the moon, and she pours light on the trees. Basically, the story, in a way, is like a story of colonisation, of the waves of people that have come from when the giants lived in this forest alone, and then people came, and then more people came, and then other stuff came, and then everything got cut down. And the little character remains and has the seeds for the trees. And then at the moment I haven't got the end of the story, but in my mind I'm like, more people come and the seeds are given, and the forest grows again, and it becomes a new forest of giants. There's something about being in the energy of this rugged terrain, and maybe it's also too about being away from all those beaming, blinking Wi-Fis, and there's something about the stillness and the peacefulness that clears your head, that you can actually hear a bit clearer, I think. But I do go, oh, if only I could stay here for like a year. What would it be then? You know, what would you hear?